think that every responsible nation should be calling for a ceasefire immediately.
I didn't hear that from
Hard to
Biden
tell
today.
what that's not what we heard from Joe Biden.
No. We're going to stand
No.
with Israel no matter what.
Of course.
Till every last human on the earth is exterminated. We're standing with Israel. Nuke 'em all! He didn't say that, but
See, now
I mean,
here's
my God.
here's the part I don't understand is how did Israel not see this coming? Why did the Iron Dome apparently fail? Mossad put out, the chief of Mossad put out a statement about an hour ago saying that we didn't have an inkling of what was going on. He says, quote, "We had no warning of any kind. It was a total surprise that the war broke out this morning." He says, he told CNN, "This is beyond imagination from our point of view. We didn't know they had this quantity of missiles, and we certainly didn't expect that they would be as effective as they were today." We did, and again, he repeats, we didn't have any inkling of what was going on. He says he suspects that these rockets were manufactured in the Gaza Strip after being, quote, smuggled in by sea, and that Hamas probably was able to perform training, sort of a trial run, without letting Israeli forces discover their plans. Now, Mossad, no matter what you think of Israel or the Mossad, there's no doubt that they're one of the best intelligence agencies on the planet. How the
So
hell
they
did they
say.
not see this coming? So
Well,
they
you know what
say.
was really interesting about that is that I think it was one of the U.S. officials referred to this today as Israel's 9/11. And
Right.
cue the conspiracy theories.
Mhm.
False flag attack? Did they just let it happen? Did they know it was coming and not do anything about it? To
I
then,
wonder.
what, to then get people upset enough to manufacture the consent for, a full-blown war, which is what we're getting now. I mean, I would like to think that, that didn't happen. But I thought the reference to 9/11, that was not the thing that
Mhm.
first came to my mind when I saw this attack. So then to use that, I mean, if it's close to anything, it would fit in with to me, it's more like a Pearl Harbor conspiracy theory equivalent, where it's
Mm.
like they let the Japanese bomb Pearl Harbor. It's more akin to that, if that's what's happened. If it's something where they allowed it to go down. But the 9/11 thing, if you're trying to fuel those conspiracy theories or telegraph to the public that this is what you've done without actually coming right out and saying it, that would be one way to do it, and they really do like to screw with people's
Mm.
minds, don't they? So,
Yeah, they do.
as I say, cue it up. There you go. Cue the conspiracy theories.
Well, Netanyahu is not playing games. This is not a theory to him. This is a
No.
war. And you know what's interesting to me, Rick? We live in such interesting times. The United States has not formally declared war on anybody in a long, long time. We use our AUMF, which isn't exactly a declaration of war to go after whoever we want without a formal declaration of war. To this day, Russia and Ukraine have not formally declared war on each other, even though they're obviously at war. So the first thing that I found interesting this morning, Rick, was within an hour of these attacks coming in, Netanyahu, he just formally declared war. In the
Yep.
past, he's called them operations.
Hmm.
This time it's war. It's full on war. He's not mincing words. He's not playing games or hiding behind some non-declaration of war. It's a formal declaration of war on Hamas. And this they could end up declaring war on Iran, on
Yeah.
Lebanon, on who knows who
I,
else.
I can't help but feel like all this is choreographed in some way because of
Mm,
everything else going on around the world, and now this is just the next
mm.
stage, the next chapter, right? It's just like do this
Well, it's
now.
World War III.
Yeah.
Let's be honest. It's World War III.
Yep.
When you've got a war going on in Eastern Europe, and then all hell breaks loose in the Holy Land, and you've got a declaration of war on another country, by
Yep.
definition, the more declarations there are, the more countries become involved in conflict. It's technically World War III.
And
That's what it is.
this world war will be different because it's coming here, folks. If it turns into a world war, it'll be
I
fought
heard you
here
say
in North
that
America
today.
too. It will.
Gave me the chills.
Yep.
I heard you say that tonight.
I'm not joking. Not joking. Not joking. This is serious stuff.
Well, Netanyahu isn't joking either. He said a couple hours ago that the Security Mini Ministerial Council agreed to destroy the military capabilities of Hamas and Islamic Jihad. And there are more rockets as we speak coming in from Gaza towards Israel. So it's on.
Just
It's
look
on.
at it. Just look at the politics in Canada and the U.S. You have political divisions defined somewhat by these international incidents, right? It's even here in Canada now. The ruling parties, maybe the NDP might be a little different than the others, but no, I don't think so. They're all going to be supporting Israel, right? But then you've got sort of like these smaller parties like the PPC, and not even just the PPC here in Canada, but you've got this whole, I would say, populist political movement here that's going to support the other side, I think, possibly, and so that's growing, and they're actually pro-Russian. The populists here in Canada. Now you look into the States, very much sort of the same thing. I think you have the MAGA group, even the RFK Jr. populists, and they're going to be supporting Russia. They are supportive of Russia. They're anti-war in Ukraine, right? Whereas you've got the Biden loyalists, the fascocrats, as one of our
Fascocrats. That's a good one.
Yeah,
I like that.
So they
Very accurate.
they're on the Israel side. I can see clear lines of loyalty, political battle lines drawn on this world war.
This has been a Maverick Multimedia production.